Last winter, Nancy got to fulfill one of her travel dreams as we visited the Florida Keys. It was our first visit. I had only been there once for a quick day trip, so I was also excited to be able to explore the Keys for 10 full days. We visited 2 state parks and a great campsite from Hipcamp. We thoroughly enjoyed our visit, and we even made it all the way down to Key West for a day. Hope you enjoy the video. I'm Steve.
I'm Nancy, and together with Mars, the blind Sheltie,
And Phoebe, the warrior princess.
we are living our dream.
Our goal is to travel the U.S. and Canada in our 2016 Tiffin Open Road.
While spreading the messages taught to us by our pets.
Keep smiling.
And be kind.
Join us on our travels by subscribing to our channel as we continue our great adventure.
And don't forget to leave us a comment to let us know how we are doing.
We're here in traffic outside of Fort Myers, headed to the Keys.
Woo!
Whoa! Started off in the rain.
Pouring rain.
Oh, pouring. It got soaked breaking down.
There he is. He's got the stairs to put up. But it decided to start pouring. We were probably 3/4 of the way into leaving, and then it started pouring. So Steve had to change
Clothes.
and underwear.
Yeah. So now we're out of the rain and about 180 miles to go. Got to go through the Everglades. Should be an interesting drive. As long as we don't run out of gas, we'll be good. We'll show you what the traffic's like. The traffic started to thin out south of Fort Myers. But when we got to Naples, which is the doorway to the Everglades, I goofed. When making a turn east, I turned early and got stuck in a gated community. We had to disconnect our Jeep to allow us to turn around.
Go ahead. Hurry up. Come on. Keep coming back. Coming back. Keep coming. Come on. Keep coming. Okay. All right, just wait for me up there.
In 1/2 mile,
Okay.
turn right on Mondorgo Lane.
We then made it to a gas station where we hooked up again. I was told this was the most expensive gas in Florida, and I think it was, but I needed to top off, so I paid the price. Little did I know how much cheaper gas was going to be on the Keys. While topping off with gas and reconnecting, we also got to see our first alligators, though we were a little saddened to see them in a cage. At least these were the only ones we saw and captured.
They are alive.
We then had to cross the Everglades and chose not to take Highway 75, but instead took Route 41. After crossing the Everglades, we then skirted Miami before heading south onto the Keys. Our first stop was a nice little place we found on Hipcamp on Tavernier Key.
You're the one who's got the directions.
Yeah, this is it.
It's 150, is it not?
Yeah.
I think it's this right here.
This Hipcamp site was located down a dead-end road. Just a short walk to the beach, though the path was overgrown and flooded out so we couldn't use it. Hipcamp provides camping from individuals all across the country, and we found a jewel in this one. They called it Salt Life Sanctuary. They've had to stop taking visitors due to local issues for a while, but we certainly hope they can open up to accept visitors again sometime soon.
Hey, that's enough. Baby, no. Stop.
Phoebe, be quiet. No, be quiet. Good girl.
Phoebe. 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 No, don't eat the lizards.
So when we can, temperature's around 70 degrees, turn the AC off and go ahead and just let the fans blow. But one thing that we're happy that we have are the awnings over the windows, especially on this side, the sunny side. That's why we had them put on in Red Bay by Gerard Awnings. Really does help keep the heat down by putting these awnings out. But we got to watch the wind because they say the wind's going to be picking up 25 miles an hour or more, and we don't want them out in the winds. And we also found if you leave them out in the rains, it actually can sag on them as well, and we had one that broke the spring because of that. So you just got to watch the weather, but as long as it's sunny like this, we're going to leave them out. Well, we've been reading a lot of stories about the rest of the country freezing, even my family in Texas and friends up in Alabama. But we're here in the Keys, in Tavernier Key between Isla Madura and Key Largo. It's 70 degrees today. Now, it's not easy to find a public beach, but we're going to ride our bicycles down to a small city park that does have a small beach and boat launch. We're just going to go see what that's all about. So this is how I pack up my bike for a ride and an adventure. Hopefully get some video and photographs. Got my hat. I love that it crushes. Got the bike rack and my small camera bag with my video camera. We're on road most of this way anyway. One of the great things about this location was that we could take our bikes over to the city park nearby and walk along the jetty and the paths. It was the closest thing to walking on the beach that we found here. Look at number 2. Is that a bike lane? I see. I know, I saw it. Okay. I know the Florida Keys has a few beaches, and we found one or two. But the coastline, for the most part, we found were mangroves and coral, not the nice sandy beaches we found on the panhandle of Florida. Nancy has her little beach bag. No matter what beach she's on, she'll always find something. Doesn't have to be sea glass. Still, nice place to walk when there are paths. There's a little bird life out here. You know, as a photographer, videographer, I'm always looking for the next, great shot. Sometimes though, it's just nice just to sit and enjoy where you are. Sound of the waves helps you do that.
Yep, I'm gonna have to read how to clean, sanitize,
Yeah.
and I'll have it fun.
Ran into a gentleman on the dock who had a boat trailer for a friend of his picking up his boat. Said he lives full time in his boat in a marina just down the way here on the Keys. And 3 months out of the year they go over to the Bahamas in the springtime. And the rest of the time I guess they're in a marina. Full-time boating and full-time living in an RV, not that much different. All in all, we spent several hours and several visits to this local park. Just whiling away time, combing the beach, what there was of a beach, and watching everyone else enjoy the area.
Keys tomorrow, and
Yep, and that's the fastest route. I guess swimming is the slowest.
swimming's the slowest.
We couldn't find an opening in a campground near Key West, so we decided to take a day trip to the end of the Keys. It's almost 100 miles from Key Largo, the first large key, down to Key West at the end of the Keys. You know you're going to cross a lot of bridges, but the number and length are astounding, and it really boggles the mind to study the history of the Keys, especially the railroads and the roads built to access the Keys.
Are we having fun yet, our little one? Yes. Are we having fun? Yeah. We're going to the beach. Yes, we are going to the beach. Say, we love the beach.
So first stop in Key West. Yep, a gift shop visitor center. Really, we stopped for the bathrooms. But I'm sure Nancy will get something. Come to find out, the Key West Visitor Center is 30 miles from Key West. We still got 30 miles to go till we get to Key West proper. So after our drive, we got out and walked around town for a few hours. Well, we made it to Key West. We're down at the end of Duval Street. Found some parking. $26 for 2 hours. So we're gonna see what we can see in 2 hours. And then probably go to another parking lot on the other side of town. Let's see how Mars does.
But actually, I think this works better.
And yes, we saw the free roaming chickens of Key West. So we're going to the Truman House. It says right on Front Street and 2 blocks. Go up next to it so we can see just how big it is. Walking to what they call the Little White House, where Harry Truman stayed when he came down to Key West. I love the little park. Yeah. So welcome to the Truman Annex. Maybe that's why we stayed here.
So here we are at the Truman House Museum. I don't think we'll be able to go in because of puppies. But we'll look, take a look. Wait. Your turn. We put Mars in the backpack. Hi Mars. Are you enjoying this? It's better than walking. There's a lot going on, isn't there? Yeah.
Sonny, what's your connection to the Truman White House?
September 19th, 1955. Eisenhower came in to the hospital at the Army base. I was born on the Army base, and I was coming right out, and we passed. And then Eisenhower came here to Truman's house, the Little White House. And this is where he recuperated. Pretty
Interesting.
cool.
Interesting history around every corner here in Key West. It's just half a block from the Truman House. First United States International Air Service, Pan Am World Headquarters, or the Pan American World Airways headquarters. So here we are on Duval Street. Might as well think Bourbon Street, but in the Keys. Restaurants, bars, but a very small street and a lot of people. And it's Thursday. Ready to go to the beach, hon? Willie's Chicken Shack. Temporary tattoos and shorties. Across the street, Tommy Bahama. In the middle of Key West, they have the Kolache Kitchen. Go figure. Yep. And live music across the street at Shorty's. And we found the smallest bar on Duval Street. That's it. It's where we stopped for lunch, a little called the Conch Shack. And while we were waiting to eat, we watched more chickens all around.
There is the southernmost corner. I didn't want to stand in line just to take a picture. I don't think Mars would have handled that long wait.
Okay, we were here.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah.
Okay, we did it. Wow. This is the beach. There's not much. It's not very pretty.
This is what happens when you leave for 5 hours. And the Berkey valve was accidentally tapped, so it was leaking the whole time.
Yeah.
That Berkey leaked on the carpet.
What?
I'm talking to the camera.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's, I mean, it's sopping wet still, but.
And because of the moisture, we're going to have the AC on now. Since we're on 15 amp,
No.
the inverter has to draw some. So we'll see how far we can go on 15 amps, running the AC all night. So that we try to keep the humidity out. This is not about our RV life. This is about life. This could have happened at a house.
It has happened at a house.
It has happened at a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not this, but.
The carpet did dry out completely, and despite the little setback, we thoroughly enjoyed our stay here at Tavernier Key. Let us know about your experiences in the Keys and join us in our next video when we're able to snag a couple of sites at some of the state parks on the Keys. Till next time, keep smiling and be kind. Safe travels, everyone.